Hey there everybody, welcome again to the Gorilla Garden. Once again, I am Corey, the Gorilla Gardener. It is about 5 in the evening on Christmas, and what I'm showing you here is a propagation / seedling area on my back porch. And then I also have another one out here, and the reason that I'm sharing this with you tonight is I live down here in Southwest Florida, Zone 10A, and we are supposed to be getting some exceptionally cold weather tonight. They're calling for 36 degrees, which is probably the coldest it's ever been since I've lived down here, and I've been down here I think about 10 years now, close to 10 years anyhow. So we're not going to get a hard freeze, so I'm not really worried about any of my stuff planted in the ground, but I do have a little bit of concern for my seedlings, that they could get some damage from the cold. So what I'm going to do, or attempt to do here, is in the next 30 minutes before the sun sets, is bring all that stuff on the porch, as well as all this stuff inside. Okay, so in about a quick 15-20 minutes tops, maybe me and my wife got everything inside. I did come out here and cover up some of my pepper seedlings that are very, very small. I'm just worried if we do happen to get a few ice crystals out here. And like I said, we aren't getting a hard freeze. That's why I'm not worried about any of my fruit trees, any of my larger plants. But I do have, you know, a row right there of some very small pepper seedlings. And then down here at this end, there were 3 small tomato plants that I did cover up. But everything else I'm leaving exposed. And what I'll do is I'll come out here super early tomorrow. The coldest weather is supposed to come between the hours of 4 and 5 a.m. So I will come out here at 5 a.m. and I'll go ahead and do something that I normally don't do, and it is to overhead water everything, and that warmer water coming off the ground. If there should be any small ice crystals on anything, we'll knock them off, and everything should survive fine. I'll go ahead and bring you inside real quick and show you what I got going on in my living room right now. Said this is only maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes tops worth of work. Got everything inside. The house here, this is a south-facing window. I got some stuff in the windowsill as well. I know it's not going to get down to 32, and I know some of you may be thinking that I'm overreacting. I don't really care. The point of me bringing all this stuff in is I would be pretty much devastated if all this stuff got ruined. I mean, there's a lot of work, a lot of hours that I put in this, and if 15 or 20 minutes worth of useless work means their survival, I will do it. So anyway, thanks for stopping by again. This is what crazy gardeners don't do down here in Zone 10A in Southwest Florida when some cold weather hits. And like I said, it's supposed to get down to 36 degrees tonight, and I think 37 or 38 tomorrow night. So what I'll probably end up doing is once the sun comes up, I'll probably just move these right out into the front yard, and then do the same thing at night, so we don't have to move everything as far. And then the following day on Monday, I'll just go ahead and bring everything back out to the porch. So good morning everybody. I'm out in my garden. It's about 5:30 in the morning. It's about 40 degrees right now. Hopefully you're able to see. I'm out here with my 300 lumen headlamp is what I'm lighting this up with. But as you can see, I don't know if it'll come across, there's a very, very light frost on my brassicas. Those are kohlrabi. Here's some broccoli. You can maybe see some on my lettuce there. Come over here to the corn. I can zoom in, you can see a little better. So very, very light frosting. I only got down to 39 degrees last night. Was the coldest. So there's the peas, a little bit of frost on there. But everything did just fine. And it's starting to warm up somewhat already. I've been out here for about 5 minutes, and I am frozen. My body has definitely acclimated to the warm weather of Florida, and I am just not used to this kind of weather anymore. I know if I was up north right now, I still living up north, This would be a nice warm morning of 40 degrees, but there's my tomatoes. They all did fine. I'm not seeing really any frost on these whatsoever. So what I'm going to do now is something that I normally don't do, and that's overhead water. Normally I do like a root watering, where I just water the roots of the plants. But because there is a little tiny bit of frost on these, I'm going to go ahead now and just do a very, very quick overhead water. But I just wanted to share with you guys how I prepared, how the garden survived in the coldest weather of the year here in zone at 10A, Southwest Florida. So we're now a couple days removed from the unusually cold weather down here, and as you can see, all my veggies did just fine. I think by coming out here and doing that early morning watering for 2 days in a row, because we did get another cold the following day, just not as bad, that really helped with the health of these veggies. But as you can see, everything's looking great. Here's most of the stuff that I brought in the house. Still doing just fine, folks. So if you're worried about super cold weather down here in zone 10, I definitely would encourage you to try what I did, and your veggies will thank you for it. Here's the tomatoes. Tomatoes are all doing good. What I did discover this morning, though, is it looks like I have some yellow leaf curl virus here. So this is the red cherry and growth tip, I don't know. So it might be a nutrient deficiency. I'm gonna go ahead and wait a couple days, but if that's the case, I'll go ahead and yank that guy. And the only thing that I think that really got any damage from that cold is over here is my sugar apple tree. As you can see, he's not looking super healthy right now, but I think that's just from that cold weather, and hopefully he'll recover just fine. So, once again, thanks for dropping by and visiting the Guerrilla Garden. I am Corey, the Guerrilla Gardener.